You wake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Good, I'm glad you like Clank over the boy. Like him? Like Clank? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Sanders. You and Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. He came to my place. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient. Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me at a botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some, to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created by super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Miriam, this is not the same type of exchange. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with him and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I ever tasted. Oh no. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share interests in cooking, so we stayed in touch, you know? Like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about the new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Sanders. No! Make it up. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. Fun fact, Eye of Newt is actually mustard seeds. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. It's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she definitely was not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in, cherry blossom petals fill the air. He's on a horse. He's on like a pony. It's a very small horse. Run to him or admire his majestic glory? Let's run to him. Let's say hi to thank him. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are is to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up on the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her for good. No, I just wanted to thank him. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. No, that's not what I was... However, your sudden movements surprise the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. Ow. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. He'll come to my rescue, it's fine. In the darkness, you see a vision. My ghost friend! Ah, I'm here to deliver a message. Am I dead? Not this guy. It's important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I've been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is... You wake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? He has a seasoned musk. Compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes. Maybe you shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing's for sure, Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. With that, Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. What have you done to the puppy? Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magical spell. However, he notices you're eavesdropping. Her face. Now you've upset them. I got kicked in the face by a horse today. I think I can take it. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure if you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Ask Sanders, he'd know. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. Shrugs. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. I hate this kid. We're playing, hee hee. Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Hi, Clink. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry, he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. Womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These Christ men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Sanders. Clearly he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now and I hope you're ready to learn. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's a scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. He's rubbed a scent on me. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy, down, off hoppin'. The command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly, you do. Which is why 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Sprinkles does not look amused. Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you sample? I don't think the shimmering pepper, though the shimmering pepper is kind of calling. Let's do the shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body's not prepared for the heat. Can't take the heat, can we? We'll just keep going back through here. The pepper is triggering an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend! This guy again? I'm here to give you the important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man. You come to and find everyone staring at you. Sorry, puppy. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool, fool. Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Awk. I'll be watching your performance. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that is an original quote by me, in case anyone's wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Thank you, Sanders. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I'll defeat you myself. The music. You had his chicken, and he made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Sure. That's right. But how would you have even gotten to the school without knowing that? Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Where was I from? Small town with big dreams. That's right, this is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. This is really hard, actually. It's hard to read it and click it fast enough. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your clicking. What's the sound of success? Silence. That's right, when they taste your cooking, they'll be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you. I knew you would. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill? I couldn't click any of those. What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. What a hunk. What? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. Right together. What does it have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley's already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer, and as you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. Oh, that's a big no-no. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Brr. You might not have any hands, but Awk does. And a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. They did not approve. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. My hand! But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. He's tearing up. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This battle's over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, it's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two, on account of Awk's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes so good and tells a story of excellence. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Oh, it's pretty! Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Is it too complicated? Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you, hee hee. As he places a sauce-covered finger to his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something in his ear. I put myself between them and internalize the rage you feel. Your rage burns so intently within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. Yeah, I'm sorry. Honestly, this is kind of accurate. I'm very accident-prone. Failure is part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've ever failed at anything before? Yes, that's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. He delivers eggs, not babies. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. And I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived, for a while anyway. Is that the person before us you lost to a gunfight? I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. It sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. Careful that your eyebrows might melt. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My Jew dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Oh, shut up, Pop. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. The spork monster. Battle-scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. Borko? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just want to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me. I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. I procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and the guile. If you need me, don't fear. I'll be there. Sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Awk, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. We have a hideaway. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. There's a safe. Is that where he keeps all the spices? It looks like you live such an exciting life, Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, and never stop imagining. Who's this in the urn? Is that your father? Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Oh, there's something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find out the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure if I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? My thighs? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? Do we edge him or do we give him what he wants? I mean, he told us his special ingredient. We might as well at least tell him something. Let's reveal. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. I was gonna guess, but it was gonna be too basic. I guess that's the whole point, isn't it? The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Luxe hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do we share it? Do you feed it to me? Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You're gonna steal it. You're evil. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. I snoop? Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Scented candle with a little bow. Scented candle, you pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? What? Freshly starched collar? A piece of wood floating in a lake? It's very specific. Summer of 69. Show you the summer of 69. No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's redacted. Tap on the item to discover more. It's safe. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. Why would I do that? As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Process gotcha. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Tap on an item to discover more. Who frames a baby picture of themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company that they founded, am I right? The door's open, but there's more for me to see. This photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices? But he's an old guy. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. Are they? You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. I don't know. I don't know my KFC lore. Is he like a time traveler? Are we gonna have like he's found the fountain of youth? A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, but it's actually made from spun silver. Is that everything? I think it is. Okay, door. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Oh, Sanders, would you like to get me out of your suit? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket.
Aww.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Now imagine what looks off of me. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Am I not your dream? Overwhelmed, you take off his jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Awk? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Together? Dream sequence. I love dream sequences. So this is our third and final day, right?